Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I love you so much, as I do every one of my subscribers. And I am here today to tell you something that is so dear to my heart, hoping that it saves one or two or 10 or someone somewhere in the world of how I was able to take myself through school and get to where I am. From I am one of those that studied in public school, free education, and I am grateful for that because coming from a family of eight, I really don't know how I would have made it without the free education. Thank you to the leadership and the government then. And I want to tell you that despite that, it wasn't easy. I am one of those who can say they have never slept without eating something. Yes, I slept with hope of eating something, but there are days I slept without anything in my tummy after probably even a whole day of waiting and hoping something comes. So yeah, I will. I went to a day school, public school, primary, and day school, private secondary school that was a distance and a river across our town, our village, town. Where did I even get that from? So on a daily basis, I crossed the river, and please don't imagine there was a bridge to cross the river because there wasn't. I crossed the river through a boat. This boat was put there in this way. It's a quite a wide river, actually a river that. For those who come from where I am, when I say I crossed the River Tanya every day, morning and evening, and sometimes more than morning and evening when I'm going back home because there wasn't school fees to keep me in school. For 4 years straight to get an education, to get a high school education, and it wasn't easy. I Myself and my brother, I had a protector because I would leave home early because I wasn't walking as fast as my brother would, and so that he would probably catch up with me. He would walk probably behind me because he woke up late, and catch up with me when I'm almost in school because he came running. We used to walk. I can't say how many kilometers it is from home to school. I'm not good with such calculations, but it was quite a distance. I believe it took an hour or an hour and a half from home to school daily, morning and evening, and we used to walk. I thank God for some drivers that used to carry people along that route, and they would see us walking sometimes and carry us for free and drop us in school. Sometimes I normally say, if I ever come across any of them, hopefully I can remember their faces. I think I do sometimes. And sometimes I'd walk into a bus or a matatu and think like, I think it's that person, but then I remember it's been a while and I don't really remember their faces. Maybe my brother has good memory for it. Maybe one day we would be able to give back or rather give thanks. But it was quite a distance. All what I'm trying to say is it hasn't been easy. My journey from for studying and being the first person to see college or see myself through college through the little support my parents could get. I still was able to go through school and meeting good people along the way who allowed me to study with all the struggles that I was facing, school fees challenges. Oh my God, I can't tell you how many times I cried in the accountant's office not to chase me away, to me walking into the school's director's office and asking them to allow me to study without school fees. I mean, meeting good people along the way has been very helpful. But it would have been very easy for me to give up because I knew that going back home meant giving up on the dream I have ahead. And I knew that was the only way to push, to wake up every morning and gather new courage to go and push to get what it is I want to get. So it wasn't easy, not even for a day. There are days I slept hungry. I lacked money to pay the little house that I was staying, the little single room that I was staying in, forget food. And then I introduced some roommates, and that did not make it any easier. For those who have lived with roommates, you know how that is. And of course, it's a journey. It was really a journey, and at some point, I felt like giving up. I would feel like I should just give up, and there's nothing is. You see, if you can't find the courage to wake up each day and motivate yourself and push yourself even beyond the things that you want to do, beyond the current struggles you're facing, and look to the future one step at a time. I know, and especially when when problems seems to pile up with each other, sometimes it's easy to just throw your hand and say, okay, I'm done, this is it, I can't take anymore. You have more strength than you realize. And I will tell you that for me to be able to get the certificate, get the diploma, it took so much, because I had to finish, I had to go for internships by a one chance of go for this interview for internship, and if you don't pass, then you, that's it. And for some reason, God favored me enough to go for one interview and get the attachment placements, which later afterwards I was able to do small gigs that allowed me to clear my fee. And over time, it took me, I think, 3 years to complete my college, fees, to be able to pick my documents. So I was working without proper certifications. Okay, of course I had the completion letters and all that, but my certificate and transcript was still stuck in school because I couldn't pay the fee for it. So sometimes you shouldn't give up, you should push yourself. Now I changed my course over time and helped my younger sister through school, because I had no one to help me with that. And having no one to help me with it, I felt like I had a responsibility. I know you would probably call it black tax, but I had a responsibility to make sure that I'm there, to make sure that my younger sibling or my younger sister has someone they can look up to, has someone that can hold their hand. And today I'm proud that she has her job and can be able to live her life without disturbing anyone. So if you feel like you're stuck, you should wake up every day knowing that your troubles today are not your troubles tomorrow. And if you tackle that little trouble and emerge strong the following morning, you can be sure that even any other trouble that comes, you'll be able to learn from those struggles. It's not easy, it's hard. There is even a time, I think it was 3 years after employment, 4 years after employment, I felt like, despite trying so hard to get out of, I think it's called poverty. It is not easy. Sometimes you can resolve yourself to just give up and, like, to hell with everything. And I felt like, at the time, I felt like, now, okay, it's time I forget all these things, and because I don't want to become trouble to anybody in this lifetime, I need to end my life. And it was sad, it was painful. I cried all day and almost all night. I prayed because I felt like, you know, if there's someone, something, some sort of power out there, it should come and help me do what it is that I am trying to do here. Because, come on, aren't we promised something bigger than just troubles and problems? And, I felt that night that I needed to end my life. And there was this email that came into my inbox. I mean, who texts someone at midnight? Okay, not even text. Who sent an email at midnight and pops on my screen? That was the weirdest thing ever. Encouraging me about life. And it's almost like someone had seen me from somewhere above, beyond this life and continent. And it literally stopped me from taking my own life. So I haven't thought about it since. Having such thought crossed my mind and getting to that, of course I've hit rock bottom, but I don't think there is any below bottom other than being below everything. So that was me at that time. And if you would like to hear more of where my story went from that point till today, here trying to encourage someone to live their life and probably even share on some insights on how to go about it, it's really a pleasure. And if you enjoyed this video, I am sure you're going to enjoy the video attached on here. And let me see you in the next one.